And now, it is with great honor that I introduce today's keynote speaker, Mr. Doug Peck. Doug is a serial entrepreneur and seasoned executive whose prior work and startup experiences include a wide spectrum of areas: technology, real estate, finance, restaurants, to name a few. He founded a chain restaurant and franchise investment company, and the company grew from barely nothing to more than $200 million in revenue in just 8 years. And in recognition of this achievement, he won the MVP award for mega growth leadership. He recently launched the BLD venture to focus on building and supporting companies and organizations that make positive impacts and deliver high value. He graduated UCLA in 1996 with a degree in business economics and currently serves on 2 UCLA advisory boards. Doug has also served on the Pepperdine University board and on the boards of several private companies and nonprofits. With Doug's generous contribution, the Peck Family Endowed Speaker Series will launch during the upcoming academic year. Doug?
Well, thank you, Chair Jin Han, Dean Darnell Hunt, the faculty of UCLA Economics Department for inviting me as a speaker today. I'm humbled, honored, and grateful for the opportunity to share my life story with the graduating class of 2022. "30 years ago, I was a freshman in UCLA. And one day I was just hanging out at a friend's apartment. And all of a sudden, everybody got quiet. We're seeing breaking news on TV. Several buildings were on fire in the middle of LA. And I looked a little closer. And these buildings actually looked familiar to me. And suddenly I had this sinking feeling that, wait a minute, that looks like where my dad's store is located. I started panicking and immediately called my dad. And sadly, my hunch was right. He was crying on the phone, and he was lost. "Dad, are you all right? Mom?" He didn't say much, only that he had no idea why this was happening, and he lost hope. That call, that conversation, and that experience would forever change my life and my perspective on my life and my future. The LA riots erupted on April 29, 1992, when the officers involved in the beating of Rodney King during his arrest were acquitted by the jury. Looting, shooting, assault, and arson occurred during this time over 6 days. And when the riots ended, 63 people were killed, 2,400 people injured, and 12,000 people arrested, with more than $1 billion of estimated property damage. And our family loss was no small part of that. Unfortunately, they didn't have proper insurance, and they lost everything in the flames. Literally lost everything. Now, our family moved to the States about 5 years ago, and well, I was only 14 years old, and our family as an immigrant family was just about establishing a normal life here. And in an instant, it was gone. We had to leave off of food stamps and donated foods for 6 months after that. Well, this incident marked a turning point in my life. And what I wanted to do, when I was going to UCLA, I just wanted to be rich. I hated being poor. I just wanted to be rich, and my friends were going into banking, accounting, finance, consulting. And for me, instead of getting an offer or taking an offer from Anderson Consulting, I said, I want to pursue a business because I want to be filthy rich. So I chose to become an entrepreneur. Now, let me tell you a little bit story about my entrepreneurial life. After graduating from UCLA, I first started in a restaurant business, just a very small company that had one restaurant. In exchange for very small pay, I had an opportunity to learn everything about the business. Then I got a job in finance, working as an analyst for mergers and acquisitions and valuation. Shortly after that, in 1999, the dot-com craze happened, and I saw all these tech entrepreneurs becoming millionaires. And I said, I want to get a piece of that action. So I decided to start my first tech startup. Well, I didn't have any money, so I pulled out tens of thousands of dollars from my credit card cash advance to finance my business. I don't recommend anybody doing that, by the way. It's 20% interest. You don't want to pay that. But as soon as I started my company, the dot-com craze turned into dot-com bust, kind of what's happening now. And recession came. And I lost everything. But I was able to pick it up and move forward because I didn't really have much to begin with. So I lost whatever I had and moved on. Well, a few years later, it was time to strike again. I decided to invest in a business that invests in restaurant chains and franchises. I figured my experience in operations and restaurant business, finance, technology, and real estate suit me well for this business. Again, I didn't have money, so you get the pattern here. So I borrowed some money from friends and family, and I was able to secure pretty major funding from venture capital. And then my growth started. From 2006 to 2008, my company went from zero revenues to $100 million. It was a real company, and I felt proud. But you know what they say about business, right? Timing is everything. Soon after, the financial crisis hit, and hard times came again. Well, eventually, the economy turned around, my business turned around, finances turned around, and it was time to grow the business even bigger. I kept raising more money and buying more companies. Raising $100 million for a deal was easier than borrowing $10,000 when I had a tech company. Growth was exciting. Now at 170 restaurants in 15 states, 5,000 employees, and over $200 million in annual sales. It was fun, exciting. I felt invincible. But since then, I gotta tell you that I have faced even bigger challenges, including major lawsuits that almost brought me down, natural disasters, COVID, and others. I had faced some darkest times of my life where it felt numb, felt empty, felt dark. But each time, when those times came, I strengthened my mindset. I focused on what I could control. I focused on my words, my intentions, and my actions, leaving the end result to the universe. And ultimately, the universe and the angels got in my way and helped me to build a better life and better company. So during the course of your journey, your next season of life, my hope is that you'll strive for great success and also realize that you will have many, many challenges, some big, some small. But if you live by certain principles, you will eventually push through and become successful. I remember visiting my doctor a few years ago. It was early days of COVID. So I do an annual checkup, and my doc comes to me and said, Doug, I have to subscribe you daily meds you gotta take now. Like, oh, doc, what's going on? Am I sick? What's going on? Well, I say, no. Daily meds, it stands for something else, MEDS. He said, M stands for meditation, E stands for exercise, D stands for diet, and S stands for, anybody guess? Yeah, some of you said it, sleep. So he said, just every day, try to stay calm for 5-10 minutes. Every day, get some exercise. Every day, make sure you eat good food, and every day make sure you get enough sleep, and you'll be fine. You'll be healthy. Well, I'm going to share with you my prescription for success for your class. It's a vitamin mix, some of which you probably never heard of it. And I call them prescriptions for a better life. So the first vitamin, there's 4 of them, so stay with me here. First one is called vitamin B, not B12, just vitamin B. B stands for boldly hopeful. And I say boldly hopeful because sometimes life gets so low, it gets so bad that you need courage to hold on to hope. I tell you that you will experience some painful moments in life. I know it's exciting to be graduating, proud of your achievements. In your next season of life, in your 20s and your 30s, you will have some painful moments. I tell you, I have a friend who lost his wife to cancer, survived by 3 kids. I have a friend whose business failed and had to declare bankruptcy in his 40s and had to start over again. I have an employee who lost his wife only 1 year after he got married in a tragic pool accident. And I have a friend who lost his 1-year daughter in a tragic bus accident in a church parking lot. But I tell you what, every one of these people found hope and they were able to move forward. I have learned that 90% of life is neither good nor bad. They're neutral, meaning we simply apply our subjective opinion based on our biased experiences and influences. More often than not, it is our judgment and our opinions that are root of the problems. So no matter what happens in life, you must stay optimistic at any cost. The second vitamin is called vitamin R. R stands for resilience. You must anticipate that you will fall. But know that falling is just a process of growth, not a failure. According to a song called Permission to Dance, latest song from K-pop band BTS. Anybody in the BTS army here? Yeah? All right, okay. Any parents, grandparents, BTS army? Well, our family moved from Korea, so BTS is pretty big in our family. So the song goes like this. We don't need to worry, because when you fall, we know how to land. You want me to try to sing that? Okay. I'm not going to dance, but I will sing. It goes like this. I'm going to try. It goes like this. We don't need to worry, because when we fall, we know how to land. That's how it goes. Thank you, thank you. So all you have to do is learn how to land when you fall and take off again, just like the aircraft carrier. Life is 90% how you respond. 10% what happened to you, and 90% how you respond. When you fall, there are 2 ways you can respond to it. First way is you can blame yourself, you can blame other people, or you can blame the world. Or just don't take risk, right? So you don't have to fall again. Second way is accept it without judgment, taking whatever happens in life as an opportunity to learn and grow, as an experience that will help you learn and grow. So focus on what you can control, and you will build a power of resiliency that not will only get you through, but help you rise higher. And you will feel strong and confident inside, regardless of what happens outside of your control. Number 3, third vitamin is called vitamin A. And A stands for self-awareness. I have been journaling for 12 years on Evernote. 12 years ago, a friend of mine said, you need to start journaling. Just write everything down. And I told my friend, you don't understand. There's two things I hate doing. Okay? One is reading, and second is writing. I don't read, I don't write. I count money, I can do that. But I did. I started anyways, and I've been doing ever since. I tell you, when you go through such extreme ups and downs in your life, you will engage in deep thinking and soul searching. Asking all kinds of questions, tough questions, reading up on everything, and challenging all of your assumptions. I want to tell you that in the darkest moments of my life, I grew the most spiritually and mentally. As you take the time of solitude and express your most intimate and honest thoughts and dialogue with your inner self, you will engage in a journey of self-discovery that leads to self-awareness. And you will conquer your fears, find yourself, understand your true passions, and learn to love yourself. According to Oscar Wilde, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifetime romance. Number 4, and the final vitamin. It's called vitamin G for gratitude. When I first visited San Diego about 30 years ago, this is a few years after I moved to the States, I visited San Diego and I said, wow, this is like heaven. And I told myself I'll buy a condo when I have enough money in the future. So some years ago, we bought a place in this beautiful place, right in front of the water on the bluff. The problem is, it was built about 60 years ago. It was old. It had problems. And I go there and I visit. I see two different type of owners, neighbors. First type are the people who are always complaining about parking, thin walls, the old age, plumbing issues, right? But there are owners who just love it there. It's unobstructed views of ocean, the sunset, walking down to the semi-private beach, the air, the weather, and most importantly, a sense of gratitude that they feel fortunate enough to own a piece of heaven in La Jolla. You know, it is scientifically proven that people who live with gratitude are healthier and happier. So choose gratitude, not anger. So I hope all of you today will take time to express deep gratitude for everything you have, your finances, your education, your health, your family, your friends, and the wonderful faculty at UCLA. Now, let me recap for you. So when you have these 4 vitamins, I call it BRAG, B-R-A-G. This is the drug that you want, okay? Vitamin B for boldly hopeful, vitamin R for resiliency, vitamin A for self-awareness, vitamin G for gratitude. So when you have these 4 vitamins in the right mix, no matter what challenges you have in life, you will be able to push through. So class of 2022, you have to be proud of your achievements. You're graduating from #1 public university in the country. Now, if USC were a public university, I will rank them maybe 50? Okay, I'm being too generous. I got it. All right. So I say you are the cream of the crop. You're the best of the best. The UCLA education will be the foundation of your future success. You are already successful, but you'll be more successful, right? Your UCLA network is a trust fund, source of great power for all of you. But the question is, what are you going to do with that power? I have learned that life is about choice and effort. Meaning of life really depends on what choices you make and how much effort you put behind them. Billionaire Amazon founder Jeff Bezos says, and the only reason I included his name in my speech is because we share same birthdays. Not the same year, same birthdays. He says, you can't really be proud of your gifts because they were just given to you. You can be grateful for them and be thankful for them, but your choices, you choose to work hard, you choose to do hard things, those are choices that make you proud of. And my hope is in you, in the young generation. I believe you will use your skills, your achievements to make a positive impact in the world. So I want to close with a poem that my son wrote for me on Father's Day. 5 years ago, when he was 9 years old, I don't know what he was thinking, but he wrote me a poem. And it actually served as a source of great encouragement for me whenever I felt lost or confused. Here's how it goes. Defend the worst, hope for the best, but in the end, take what comes. So class of 2022, take what comes your way. Dream big, but know that dreams don't come true. You build your dreams every day. And it shall be you, the Bruins, not the Trojans, who will soar high and create an amazing dream society in the future. And remember the great words from the song, BTS song, Permission to Dance. We don't need to worry, because when we fall, we know how to land. Now, you have prescriptions for success and for better life. May God bless you. May the force be with you. Congratulations, class 2022. Thank you.